run the meeting since there's a conflict of interest. So I'm going to let Ed handle running the meeting. Okay?
Run that by me again?
There's a conflict of interest as far as Terry's concerned, so I'm going to have Ed run the meeting.
Oh,
That's
okay,
the
no
right
problem.
thing to do.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is a special board meeting of May 6, 2010. Since this is not a regular board meeting, there will be
Today
no
the
good and
6th?
welfare.
Today's the 8th, I thought.
May 8th.
What do I know?
Edmund,
That's
you're
why.
fired.
That's
You're
why you
fired
have
for
guests
running the
here
meeting.
to
May
keep you
8,
on your toes.
2010. Since it's not a regular board meeting, there will be no good and welfare and no reading of the minutes. Please call the roll.
Since we don't have a secretary presently, I'll call. You ready to call the roll?
I can call it.
Thank you.
Mary Lash. Present. Nicholas Bondar.
Present.
Mark Jones.
Absent.
We have
Ed
6, is that
Kaufman?
good?
Present.
Doug Myers. Present. Michelle Tersini.
Present.
Scott Samuels is absent. And Stuart Wolf.
Present.
We have a quorum. An error was made when Terry Tersini was appointed by the board to fill a board vacancy. That has been corrected. I will now take a motion to appoint Terry Tersini to fill that vacancy.
Second the motion.
Well, no one's made it.
Somebody has to make it first.
I'll make the motion.
We need a second.
I'll second it.
Who was the second?
Stuart.
I second. Second.
All right, I take it that there's no board discussion?
No, I need a discussion. I just wanted to have a couple of words to say. if you
Sure.
don't mind.
Sure.
Can I have the mic? I don't need the mic. There's no one here. All right, I just want to say that.
Thank you very much. What do you mean there's no one here? What is that supposed to mean?
There's no live
Huh?
crowd. I'm sorry. I apologize to all those.
How about that? There's no one here.
I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say anymore. It's getting deeper
I
and
think
deeper.
Terry
Speak up.
is going. I think Terry is going to do a fine job on the board. Obviously, I second it, and I'm going to vote for him to be on. The only reason I wanted to say a few words is that my son, who was removed illegally based on the head office, who is an attorney, that Mr. Samuel's attorney speaks with crooked tongue. He used 16, 17, 08, and 08 to remove him, and 16, 17, 08, 08 has to do with corporate board members, not condo board members. So Mr. Robert Kay is dead wrong, and the only reason I want to say a couple of words is when they sort everything out, Terry may be removed and Dove coming back, and that's the only thing I wanted to tell Terry, that it may not be fair to him to go on and off like a yo-yo, but if he wants to go on until they straighten this out, I'm for him, and I'll vote for him.
Thank
That's
you,
it.
Stuart. Anyone else? All right, let's vote on the motion now. Please call the roll.
Mary Lash.
Yes.
Nicholas Bondar.
Yes.
Ed Kaufman.
For the vote motion.
Yes, voting yes.
Doug Myers.
Yes.
Michelle Tersini.
Abstain.
And Stuart Wolf.
Yes.
All right, the motion is approved.
Okay, Terry, you're on the board.
What was it, the count is 5-0 with one abstention, is that it? The count,
Right.
5-0 with one abstention.
to abstain.
You can abstain from a vote.
Board members are supposed to vote. That's part of the job.
You gotta
Well, we're
vote.
not taking anything from the audience now, please. There's
No,
no
but,
discussion.
Here,
Okay,
you're
let
on.
me just, Michelle,
We're not here, remember, right?
technically.
We're not important.
Joe-
Didn't say we're not
Okay,
here.
then I vote
We're not
yes.
important.
So,
Yes.
you gotta vote yes.
6-0 or 5-0. She did it as a conflict of
It
interest.
doesn't affect the vote
Even
anyway,
without
so
voting,
vote
doesn't-
yes.
Let's not have a discussion on it.
Doesn't pay, doesn't matter.
We're just making the rules, that's all. What's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll now take a motion to approve the one-year contract between our property manager, Henry Harvey, and the International Village Association.
I make a motion to table that.
I second it.
What?
Done.
It's not ready yet. It's not on the 20th. So it's gonna be tabled.
That messes up the script.
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
I second it, Stuart.
Thank you, sir.
Who is the young lady,
I'll
who is
take
the
a
young
vote on the
lady that's
motion.
taking
I'll
the
take-
notes? I don't recognize her. Would be
That's
nice to know who she is. Is she your owner? Is she
No,
just a?
she's an employee of the office, her name is Maureen.
Oh, finally, Maureen, hi there. Never
Hi.
met you before.
No.
You may have heard my name, I don't know.
In vain.
If you were out in the office, Jerry, you would have met her.
On the motion to table, let's call the roll for a vote.
Muriel Ash,
Yeah.
Nicholas Bondar,
Yes.
Ed Kaufman.
Yes?
Doug Myers,
Yes.
Michelle Tracini,
Yes.
Stuart Wolf.
Yes. Now, Terry gets a vote now, he's on the board.
Terry Tersigny?
Yes.
Ed.
And that's secretary.
Now, are there any other motions at the present time?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Terry?
Do I need a microphone?
No, stay where you are.
In the best judgment rule of the Board of Directors pursuant to Florida Statute Section 718.1122.B5C, I hereby move to add to the agenda for this meeting the following items. Number one, to reduce the sum of $2,500, the amount due to International Village Association on the sale of apartment S1E. Two, to reduce by the sum of $1,600 the amount due to International Village Association on the sale of apartment S3R.
Can you do me a favor, can you repeat the numbers and how much you want to reduce it?
Okay.
Go slowly.
S1E,
1E, and you want to reduce it by how much?
$2,500.
$2,500, go ahead.
And S3R,
S3R, you want to reduce that also?
16.
By 1,600?
Yeah.
Now, on the motion to add these items to the agenda, I'll take a vote.
Muriel
You
Ash,
gotta make a motion
Oh, sorry,
first.
I didn't-
Terry just made the motion.
We
Oh,
need
you
a
made the
second,
motion.
seconded. We need a second.
All right, I'll second.
we ready for roll call?
On the motion to add these items to the agenda.
Muriel Ash,
Abstain.
Nicholas Bondar,
Abstain.
Ed Kaufman,
For the motion.
Doug Myers,
For the motion.
Michelle Tracini,
For the motion.
Stuart Wolf.
Yes.
Terry Tersigny.
The microphone.
Yes.
And Terry Tersigny.
Yes.
Well, he made the motion. I'm gonna turn this off.
No, we don't need it.
We don't need
All right, there are seven of us.
Let me say something
Wait,
before
let
you
me
go
just
further.
understand.
Go ahead.
There are seven of us here, 4 is a majority. Under the section that permits us to add this to it, a majority plus 1 is all that we need to carry this motion. I find that we have a majority plus 1, and the motion is carried. Now, on the discussion on the motion,
Okay, I'd just like to say something that,
would you like to hear from Doug first as to why we're doing this?
well, my statement has to do with the fact that they're abstaining. Then we'll hear from Doug.
Okay,
My understanding of the rules is an abstention is a vote of no. So you can't abstain because you feel like abstaining. Gotta either vote a yes or a no. That's my understanding of our docs in 718. Since I'm not an attorney, I could be wrong, but you can't just abstain because you feel like you're abstaining. So they gotta vote yes or no.
Muriel Ash,
I do not,
now,
no.
do we need to?
It won't affect the outcome because we got enough votes either way.
All right, I disagree with that, but I've heard your point on that, Stuart. Now, on the motion to, with respect to the 2 new items, first on apartment 1, SE, is there any discussion on that?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss it. That unit is.
Well, could you give me a, use the mic because we're having trouble hearing you.
Okay,
down
we
here.
just turn it on the top.
Or speak louder, either one.
Testing. Okay, a unit S1E is 5 months behind in assessment and maintenance payments. The person in that apartment is indigent and has proven it, has written a hardship letter, He has very little income. He was living in the village for 20 years. His father passed away at 100. It was left to him. He used up all his savings, and he won't be making any more payments. The apartment hasn't basically been touched in 30 years. It's not in very good condition. And the alternative would be that we never get another payment. If it goes into foreclosure eventually in a year or 2 years, and we lose thousands of dollars more in payments and collections, and then we don't get a dime for assessment, we're talking about getting a check this week when it closes, about $10,000. And obviously from now on, the apartment will be getting cash flow for the village, and it's going to be completely renovated. In my strong opinion, this would be a no-brainer for the village. If we could do this with 80 other apartments, we'd be in the black. So for this small amount of money, I feel it's a very wise choice. The other unit, Joan Weisberg's old apartment, she is in a nursing home. She has also had financial hard times, and actually they wanted more, but at this price, it's a bargain. Also, the apartment hasn't been renovated in, I don't know, forever. Needs a major gutting. And to not go through this process of not getting any maintenance and possibly, collection fees for this small amount of money to get paid thousands of dollars, have it being paid in now and in the future, and being renovated is a major win-win for the village. Again, of course.
Just so you know, the previous board last year, I had received a letter from the former president, Francis Misereau, telling me that they gave the assessment fee and lowered it down to $4,500. We're not asking to do that. Basically, we need to get these apartments sold. We need to get the money coming in, and that's basically why I'm for this. When the previous board did that same exact thing, but it was for a lot more money so that it could be sold, I felt they were doing the right thing then. So that's my only opinion on it.
Can I ask a question? How much is the apartment that they bought it? They sold it actually, whoever bought, I don't know whoever bought the apartment.
The sales price of S1E is 38, and the sales price of the studio is 25.
So, and the buyer can pay the full amount, whatever they own?
Well, they're paying in well, it comes out of the buyer, it comes out of their escrow funds. They just gets less money that the
Yeah,
seller
but
gets.
in one apartment, it's 2,500.
25, right, correct.
Yeah,
That's
2,500.
S1E, that's the two-bedroom.
Can the buyer pay those 2,500 and we don't have to lose it as
Yeah, if you want to add 2,500 to the sales price, sure, the buyer could pay, if it was 15,000 and he's buying a one-bedroom for 30,000, could he pay 45? Probably wouldn't buy it for 45. That's to make the deal happen. That would be raising the sales price.
how many rooms they have this
No
apartment?
rooms, one room.
One bedroom?
No.
Efficiency.
Studio.
Studio.
It's a studio.
Yeah. Which is pretty much top dollar right now. Completely, considering it has to be completely gutted.
No, but I'm talking about that S1E.
No, that has to be completely gutted too. That's a two-bedroom, two-bath.
Two bedrooms?
Yes.
Woof.
It's horrible.
Doug, a question, on
Yes.
the S3R,
Yes.
somebody's living in there now?
No, it's
It's,
been empty.
it's
been empty for a
vacant,
long
it's in,
time.
it's on a
empty for-
foreclosure list, is that what?
No, it's not on the foreclosure
Not
list.
yet.
It's
ready to go.
It's gonna go though, that way.
ready to go
She's
for a
in
lease.
nursing home.
So it's 90 days, we'll say, or more, whatever it is. Now, the question I have is, okay, we're buying this, you're buying, it doesn't matter who the buyer is, from the bank, is that what we're doing?
No,
Well, how-
From the person.
from the person.
From the
Person
owner?
hasn't paid, like I said, the person hasn't paid anything in 5 or 6 months, is not going to pay, has no
So-
means to pay. And eventually, a year or two from now, whether he gets a reverse mortgage or any kind of an equity line, it's gonna go into foreclosure.
Don't ever pay.
What's the first one, S1E, I got is 38. What's S3R?
25.
25. So
25,000.
the bottom line is this, if we take the 25 from whoever's buying it, doesn't
Right.
matter, we're gonna get the full amount of the assessment due comes to the village automatically, and whoever buys it is
Gonna
gonna
fix
have
it
to renovate it.
That's right.
But if it's not a foreclosure though, then you can't rent it right away. That's the problem. That's not our problem, whoever
No,
buys it.
right.
I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. We got money coming in, I vote for it. We're broke. That's the name of the game.
There's 2 units that will have money coming in and that aren't being paid
And plus
on.
we get money right away.
Plus, the
On both
village
units.
owes me $5 on my expense.
There you go, now you can get that $5.
No, I think we should, if no one else has a comment, I think we should take a vote. I can't see voting it down, it makes no sense
We
to
already
me.
voted for it.
You move it, no, we didn't vote it.
We didn't vote, we just voted to add it to the agenda.
Okay,
So you, what you're doing is move the question, put it to a vote still?
Yes.
yeah, in my
All right,
opinion,
all
vote
right,
on it,
let's put
right?
it to a vote.
I
I
second.
got a question.
No, the motion was seconded.
Sure.
Just to clarify, both of these units are being sold to another party. Is it the village who's buying?
No.
No,
No,
Absolutely.
no more.
And the
No
purpose
mas.
of this motion is to reduce the
Jerry.
amount of arrears due the village
Right,
in order to facilitate the sale.
right.
Correct.
exactly.
Jerry, no
Are
mas.
there mortgages involved on those?
No,
No, in neither case.
You're reducing what is owed the village. The monies would
late
come,
fees,
the
things like
monies,
that.
the monies would come from the seller, just like the,
Somebody else.
Right, we're reducing it for the seller.
right.
Right.
They'd have to buy
I-
it from us. Now we
I don't understand, we're talking about this and we don't have any of the sellers here.
Tomorrow's
And
gonna
I don't,
come
it doesn't.
another person.
How can the
I'm wondering-
seller be here? They're in the, one has cancer and very ill, the other one's in a nursing home.
If you don't.
Well, there's somebody that's dealing with the buyer. Somebody is representing
Yeah, but
their
this is-
rights to the buyer.
I
And
believe,
that
I
person
believe